Alright, so I'm back with another How Are They Holding Up, and today we're going to look at the War for Cybertron Megatron. Again, shout out to Chris for letting me look at all of a whole bunch of figures. We still got a bunch of Prime figures to look at too, so we'll get to those when we can. Anyway, so here is the Megatron, missing his missile. Shame on you, Chris. Sending me incomplete figures. I don't know what I'm going to do here. So yeah, he cleans up really well. I always, outside of these hollow bits, I always wish somebody would just do a straight upscale of this guy. I know Planet X has released a bigger version of him, but he's like thicker here, so he just seems like a big boy. I'm a larger person myself, so I could say it. Whereas I like the thinner waist look here, so he looks more like just this big brute. Anyway, he's got the big fusion cannon on his arm here. Looks great. I like the fact that it's just like super huge and overwhelming. So you can do it. Just go big. And then it also could plug in on this side as well if you want to do that. You don't have to though. Alright, head is on a ball joint, so you get the left and right. It does go down and up a little bit. No real side to side. Shoulders rotate around and hinge out to the side there. There's another hinge on the inside, but that's more for transformation, but you can kind of maneuver it to do a few other things that it's not necessarily supposed to do. All of his articulation is a little wonky. But it all works is the thing. So like the elbow bend, like it doesn't bend here, it bends actually up in here. So it goes all the way up to there. So pretty good range of motion there. Bicep swivel, nothing at the wrist, nothing at the waist. Hips up to here, all the way back to there, and out to the side. No thigh swivel there, but right above the knee there is. And then there is a deep bend at the knee. The foot has a rocker and tilt. Alright. And same with the Optimus. The problem with this guy comes more in the line of scale. So he's too short to be put into a modern collection. He needs to be in that smaller Generations pocket, like with the classic Seekers. So that, I think, he scales pretty well with. And of course, here he is with the Optimus. I do think they scale pretty well together. So, all in all, he's got kind of similar issues as the Optimus does. It's just a matter of where you would put this guy. And the answer to that is I don't know. There's not enough Hasbro War for Cybertron figures to really work with. And there's not very many. And he won't scale into the Planet X stuff. So at the end of the day, it's just there's not really a good place for them. So I don't think they hold up very well. They look great. They look good together. If you put, if you look at them in terms of like all the Masterpiece stuff I've been looking at lately, they look like garbage. But if you put the Chug goggles on, this has always been one of my favorite Megatron figures from Chug. Like the Siege one is arguably better, but I like this one more, if that makes any sense. The Siege one is it's just much more, or Earthrise if you will. They're just much more G1-ish. But it's like for this purposes, I wasn't wanting a G1 Megatron that looks Cybertronian. I was wanting a Cybertronian thing. The biggest issue I have with him, really, personally, is the fact that he turns into like just this blob. it doesn't look right. But in the end, yeah, he's pretty good. I don't know if I can recommend him just like him, so I'm going to give him the same score, 7 out of 10. The figures themselves hold up pretty well. Not super articulated. Like, there's no waist swivel, and there's really no reason why there couldn't have been one. But I just don't know where you would put them. So yeah, I guess that's all I got.